What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Alright, for those that watched the last summon video with the World Tournament tickets, you'll know that I got two last remaining dupes for this guy, so I went ahead and got this guy to 100% potential and kind of want to test him out real fast. The place where I'm going to be testing him out on this video is going to be on Super Battle Road because of the passive skill as part of this unit, so I'll cover that here in a second. But I did give him level 12 for additional attack and level 14 for criticals, just a more balanced approach. But looking back on it in hindsight, I think it would have been better for this guy to have level 9 for additional attack and level 17 for criticals. That's just my personal opinion after testing this guy. But again, let's go ahead and cover the stats. The leader skill is all types key +2 HP attack and defense increase of 50%. The super attack will cause supreme damage to enemy. And then with the passive skill, attack and defense increase of 80% plus an additional 80% toward attack and defense increase of 40% when facing 2 or more enemies. So that's why I chose Super Battle Road to test this guy out, because of, you know, the secondary passive is going to be advantageous against multiple enemies, and that's pretty much the setup you're going to see on Battle Road. In terms of Link skills, he's got All in the Family, that's 15% increase to defense. Turtle School is attack increase of 5% and defense as well. Kamehameha is 2500 increase to attack when SA is launched. Incredible Adventure +2 key. Guidance of the Dragon Balls 20% increase to attack, and then Shattering the Limit +2 key. This guy falls into 3 categories: Low Class Warrior, World Tournament, and Pure Saiyans. For this video, you're pretty much going to see him on Super Strength type team. So as you saw, the max stats: HP of 13,756, attack is 10,780, and defense of 7,554. 12 key multiplier is 140%. So he definitely gets a very nice boost with the secondary passive active. So you're looking at essentially 160% increase to attack, and then defense of 120% when facing 2 or more enemies. So pretty ideal for, you know, settings where you're facing 2 or more enemies. Obviously, Super Battle Road is probably the easiest one to set that up. So with the current team setup, it is a little bit of an issue with Links, because the Kid Goku is a little bit limited in terms of the available Link skills. Like, the most common ones are definitely All in the Family, Kamehameha, and Shattering the Limit. The other ones are strictly based on, you know, the Dragon Ball, like Youth Saga sort of links. So, you know, more or less like the units with the World Tournament setting, they're going to have Link skills like Guidance of the Dragon Balls and Incredible Adventure, as well as, you know, stuff like Turtle School. So definitely expect a different showcase video on a more, I guess, appropriate setting with, you know, proper Link skills with supporting units, you know, that kind of stuff. But again, I really wanted to test this guy on Super Battle Road just to see how he does with that, you know, full advantage of the passive skill. And, you know, his defense is actually pretty good. And you'll see, like, glimpses of you know, his defensive abilities compared to some of the other stronger units like the LR Spirit Bomb Goku and even the Vegeta unit. That defense increase of 120% will definitely make quite a bit of a difference when it's fully active. And like I said, the reason why I think it would have been better for level 9 additional attack and level 12 or level 17 for criticals is because it doesn't seem like the additional attack activates as much, and neither does the criticals. So initially when I was setting this up, you know, he's getting quite a bit of a boost from an attack standpoint with the passive. So I was like, you know, maybe I should give him a little bit more focus on additional attack as well as criticals. That way it kind of balances everything out. What I'm thinking is either 2 options. One is to go heavier toward criticals, and the other vice versa to additional attacks. Like, if I went with a more focus on additional attacks, I think I would have went level 15 for additionals and level 11 for criticals. More than likely, probably will end up going level 9 additional attack and level 17 for criticals, just because I like criticals to activate just to maximize attack potential. Given this is a type advantage setting, but it's not always going to be the case, so it's nice to be able to get that full damage potential per super attack performed. So that's just my personal opinion. Again, the link skill setup isn't the best with this current setup with the team, and I kind of switched it up in the second half of the video, where I brought in some other units that helped out either through a link or passives where Goku's getting more of an attack boost. So you'll see some slight modifications on the second half of the video, but again, definitely not the best of setups with the link skills. But like I said before, I'll definitely do a separate showcase video for it. It provides a little bit of a restriction on Battle Road because, one, you're confined to just super strength types, and number two, you can't just bring any unit. You have to actually bring decent units that can help out clearing this Battle Road event. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Super Battle Road. It's not really a joke or anything, so it doesn't really have the flexibility to build exactly the types of teams you want. You know what I mean? So that's really the only drawback to that. But I did want to see this guy tested on the Battle Road setting, and he's actually not doing too bad. I do like the artwork on the Dokkan Awakened Kid Goku. It looks pretty nice. It's kind of a throwback to the old school, scheme a little bit. So definitely nice. And obviously I picked up enough dupes to get him to rainbow status, and farmed his SA when the story event was still available. So not too bad of a grind overall. Okay, so now you will see units like the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock that does provide 30% increased attack. So that definitely does help with his attack potential. Again, it's kind of shitty for me because I haven't really seen a whole lot of additional supers kick in, and criticals are obviously a little bit rare as well. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I should go a little bit heavier on the critical side. Now, with the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, once Kamehameha Link activates, that is a 25% increase toward attack. So in order to get that fulfilled, you just basically have to get the key meter filled to where an SA will be launched, and then they will end up sharing the link. So on top of the 33% attack for all allies that Goku does provide, they certainly share the Kamehameha Link skill. In the previous section, the LR Spirit Bomb Goku, the common link skill that they shared was the All in the Family, and obviously that is a defense increase of 15%, so certainly helps in situations like this where you're facing a lot of attacks incoming from Battle Road settings. So it certainly can help. So he's getting a decent boost here, 33% and also a 30% plus the link from the Kamehameha. That's 2,500 increased attack. So 647,000. Definitely not as high as it could be, but decent enough. So yeah, that's kind of the format with that. So you'll see with this type of setting, like I have to sacrifice the SA for some of the other units because their links obviously aren't that great. So that's the only drawback with this is I kind of have to shift it priorities to make sure that Kid Goku gets a super attack, whereas in normal situations, like I would obviously put Jiren where most of the attacks are coming. The Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku I would honestly not even include on this team for Battle Road settings, just because I have much better units that can run through it with the super strength setup. So this is more or less adjusted for the Kid Goku, like I said. So you know, just take it as you will. This is definitely a proper enemy setting. You've got the mercenary Tao and the what's his name, Shen. I can't remember. It's like the Crane School Master. I always forget his name because he's so irrelevant. But definitely 700,000 with even with this type of setting. This guy is definitely performing very well, and defense-wise, he's definitely able to defend much better than some of the other units. Even the Goku's taken more damage than the Super Saiyan 4 Goku was taking more damage than the Kid Goku was. So yeah, this is pretty much the showcase testing of the Kid Goku on a Super Battle Road setting. Again, I will test them out and do a full 100% potential with variation of teams on a separate video, but certainly appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for next time as always.